we're going to start off with shock entries. And then work from shock entries. Didn't you just eat? He's like, yeah, got me. Now, we're going to do brachial stuns. Now, brachial stuns, as I understand it, you can ask her, she knows much more about it than I do. As I understand it, underneath this muscle right here is a nerve ganglion that controls your blood pressure, okay? The brachial plexus. And when you hit that, it confuses that nerve bundle, and it can't tell what your blood pressure is. And that's part of regulating your blood pressure, that nerve ganglion. And when you hit that, it can't tell what it is, and so for a moment, it shuts down and reboots. And in that moment that it shuts down, you go unconscious. And then when it reboots, you wake back up. And that can happen like this, that fast. Boom, boom. So sometimes I hit people, and you see them go. And then they're right back up, and I'm like, whoa, oh, that was weird. And sometimes you hit people, and they go, like you've just killed them, and you get that look of horror on their face, like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And they go down and fall all the way down the ground, and you help them back up, and they're like, what happened? I thought you killed me. First time I ever hit a guy with it was Guro Brad, and he thought I'd killed him. The look on his face was like pure horror. I didn't know what I'd done. I thought, yeah, I've killed him. I've killed Brad. So I know he's maybe another 20 years. Anyway, so brachial stuns. So now here's the way. Does that sound right to you?
That's absolutely right.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
so here's the way it works. Okay, you got your big muscle, okay, on the side of your neck. You got your jawline here. You got your trachea and your voice box here. Okay, does that look familiar to you guys? Okay, these are the big muscles on the outside. Okay, they're going to be inside here is where we're going to be hitting. Okay, now what we need to hit with, we don't want to hit this yet. That's not what we're hitting. You can't practice hitting this on your partner, just so you know. Okay, that's fragile and gets more fragile as you get older. By the way, so does this stuff in here. When you hit people in the neck, you shouldn't do this to old people. Old is a relative term. You guys figure out what that is? You shouldn't do this to old people because the older they are, the more plaque buildup they have in their arteries, and the more you hit it, the more likely you could break something off and stroke them out or something weird like that. So you wouldn't necessarily practice on old people. You're not exempt. You're not that old.
Thank you, I think.
You're thanking me now. All right, so but what we need to do is we need to create what's called a fluid shock wave. And a fluid shock wave, think of us as a water balloon, okay? A bag of water. When we hit one side, we want to hit it, and we want that wave to go through all the water and wave through your neck and through to the other side. Can you visualize that? That's what you need to do when you do a fluid shock wave. Now, let me borrow you, Rick. You got a good neck?
I think so.
All right.
About to find out.
So now on a fluid shock wave, what that means is you can't recoil. Okay? If I hit like this and pull back, I've only penetrated it a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to leave my arm on the guy. So when I want to hit like that and continue to press into it like that. Okay? Now I'm hitting with the flat of my arm. So if you were to look at the face of your watch, you would hit with that area or the band part where it buckles, that part right there. You don't want to hit with the bones on here, purely for his sake, okay? Because when I hit wide, like this, I get a wide dispersion area, but when I hit like this, it's very narrow. It could actually cause cervical damage back here. I don't really want to do that, not to my partner. Now, somebody else, I don't really care. It's a bad gal, go ahead and do it all day long. So, but, in fact, we train that all the time, right? But for my partner, I want to hit with this part on the flat or this part on the flat. Everybody understand? And when I hit, I got to follow through. Okay? Now, what he should feel when I hit him is one, being hit. He's going to feel like, hey, you just hit me. But it won't be like super hard. It won't be much harder than when I was hitting right there. But you'll feel it, an electrical boom down your body, right? You'll feel it down and go down the side of your body as it shocks that nervous system. Okay? And if you do it right, you do it hard enough, you'll knock your partner out. Does everybody understand? Okay, so now what you can start off with is just measure here, okay? And then kind of get practice on their arm. Fluid, turning your whole body, going through like that. That's about how hard I'm going to hit you. About right there. It's like that. And that's what you're going to do. You got it? Okay. So now if you let your partner go, if you just go like this, now I'm going to hit you on this side. Okay? You all right?
One moment.
Okay. If you get hit a little bit, or you get popped you won't feel it. So I'm going to pop you a little bit. See? Nowhere near, right?
Nowhere near, no.
Nowhere near.
It traveled up and stopped.
Yeah. How'd that one feel?
This one actually went down and up both directions
Yeah.
and tingled into my leg.
Exciting, isn't it? Now let me tell you why this is valuable. Why we need this. Because when I'm here and I go like this, this is what I'm shooting for. Right? So I'm not just going like this. Go block. I'm not going like this, punch him in the face. I don't care if I knock his tooth out. That's really irrelevant. Eventually, all traffic goes like this. Boom! And I'm trying to cut his head off and do a fluid shockwave through it and knock him out with that. And if I fail with that, then I get in this. But I'm counting on that first one, knocking him out. Because it's a target. Does that make sense? So let's get used to this. Your partner is going to do it to you. Take all the time you want, right? Work your way up to it. But I want you to do it. I want you to experience it. I want your partner to go, yeah, I felt it. And yeah, I want you to get hit with it and go, oh yeah, that sucked. That was no fun. But it won't kill you. As long as your partner's doing it right, hitting this right here, you shouldn't have any injury. Don't hammer your partner on the trap, back here on the trap or on the collarbone. That's not what we're doing yet, okay? And try not to hit him in the jaw. Just practice. Go, okay. Get the feel of that and go, okay. Because on the backhand, it's really harder to have follow through because you have this natural tendency to kind of back fist it. Where this one's kind of your whole body swinging into it and you just mechanically kind of catch it. This one right here, you actually have to kind of keep pushing. And what I want to do is I want to hit like I'm going to go down through his shoulder. So if I hit this side, I'm going to try and do it. I'm actually not going to cut through his head. I'm going to actually hit down on it a little bit and try and go into his shoulder a little bit. I'm going to hit you a little bit. Okay? Ready? Okay? That's it. You got it? Awesome. All right. Now, I stopped that a couple inches in. But if you keep pushing that, they'll be on the floor. Okay? Got it? There, I'm just giving you a one-touch knockout. Simple. Now just go practice it.